Hello and welcome to this new episode. So in the previous one we managed to submit the data and get it inside the variable method, get widget variable method, and display them correctly. But now the question is how to store this data, how to save it for later use, and when another visitor comes to see this product, he could see the reviews by other visitors. So the solution is pretty simple. Just simply store this data into the database. Yep, simple as that. But how to do that? This is the question. There's two ways actually. The option number one, which is not really recommended because regarding the volume of the data we could get, which is the use of the configuration object, and it's the configuration table inside the Prestashop. And we could store keys inside the database, inside this configuration table, and define like product ID1, get like, I don't know, information, this product is bad with the user number 1, etc., etc. But this is not really good practice. But the best practice here is to create our own table. And this will be the purpose of this video. So I would like to guide you through the process of defining the creation of a table when we do install and activate the plugin. So we need to go back to our plugin code, and inside the core of this class, I would like to define new properties. So I will do public function install, and also I will do public function uninstall, right? And as you may see here, we are actually calling methods, we're overriding methods from the module controller or the module core, which is actually the module on itself. Simple as this one. You can type module or module core right here. It's referring to the same thing. Anyway, so the install will execute queries or scripts or action that we need them to be executed while we do install. And generally it's database creation. Or table creation inside the database. And the uninstall will do exact opposite. It will be removing tables that are created or any data inserted into the database that we don't need anymore when we do uninstall this table or this module actually. So, and a good starting point here for our example is to look into an existing plugin or existing module. In my case, I will pick the block insurance, and moving to the block insurance class, we do find that it has a public function install, and it's calling the parent install, and also it's calling an install DB that's containing simply an SQL query right here. So it does call the DB instance that allow us to get access to database object, manipulating the stuff to allow me to execute an SQL query. So because I'm lazy, I'll just do this and I'll just copy it into my install method, which is this one, and just here make sure to call the parent install before executing your script. That way you guarantee that everything will went well with your plugin. So here I would like to get rid of this command, just paste the things right there and return the, actually I have to do, and there you go. So like so, we need to, oops, I forgot to remove this section actually. Let me make this bigger. So here we are executing the parent install, and we are executing also this SQL that we need to update to fit our need. I would like to update first of all the name of the table. So let's call it comment or product comment, whatever. So we could stop right there. So first of all, I would like to start by doing an ID command. Okay. The next thing is the ID shop. We could leave it. File name. So starting by the let's say the user ID. So it should be an int of type 10 of length 10, sorry. And we could also, okay, for now I'll just get rid of this one. and also I will define the product ID that will be equal of type int of 10, and also the comment or the content comment, to call it whatever you want, and it will define it to var car of 100 or 250 to 55, and the primary key must be the ID of the command. Okay, so everything is fine now, and we could rerun this to check that the creation is went well. Okay, now we could move back to our back office and go to module manager or module catalog, sorry, that we could uninstall that product and reinstall it again and see what will happen. And let's look for command, this one, and let's do uninstall it. Yes, it will show me a message here, and I have to prepare my localhost /phpMyAdmin. Yep, that I could see the database, and we are working on to this one. Now let's go ahead and back to module catalog, and we have to reinstall that another time. So we have no table whatsoever. So command. All right, not this one. Yep, this one. When we do hit install. Okay, so in selection module completed. And now if I move back to the database and do refresh, I must find that command table somewhere here. Okay, so this is a product command. It's created correctly. Let's go ahead and check the structure of this table, make this bigger. So we have an ID command, we have the user ID, product ID, and the command itself. And like so, we successfully executed the creation of this table on the install of this module. Now we need to define also the uninstall, because it's really important to remove our data, unused data, after we did remove this plugin. So to do that, we need to go to the uninstall method, and yet another time I will get help from the block tutorials, because yet again I'm lazy. So I'll just drag this syntax or this instruction that it will be responsible for dropping that table from the database, and also I have to just update the name of the table. And like so, when I do uninstall this table or this plugin, why I keep saying table, if I move back to the module manager and from there I will do uninstall, normally this table should be gone. Okay, so it just taken a second because I'm in Windows again. I'm sorry people. So just typing comment here and clicking on disable or uninstall, yes. Okay, so it take like a while. Okay, the message saying that everything went well. Now if I do refresh, I must not have that that table there. So let me just get back to the database and search for command, and there is no command. So it's gone, everything is well. I'll just go to the second page that you could believe me that it's gone, and there you go. So everything is well, and that's how to alter the state of the database while installing your module and by creating a table or dropping it. So the next episode we will see how to inject or store the data we submit from the form into our table.